I'm Kamal Santamaria with some of the stories making headlines here on Al Jazeera. After days of talks here in Qatar, Syria's opposition groups have united and formed a new coalition to fight President Bashar al-Assad and his government. Moaz al-Khatib, an activist cleric, has been made head of this new umbrella organization. His first words in the job were for the people inside Syria.
We need to work in order to get rid of this regime and to build a free and just and fair society in Syria.
The Greek Parliament's approved next year's budget, which will lead to even more austerity measures. It'll have cuts of $13.5 billion over the next 2 years. The budget will also raise the retirement age from 65 to 67. It'll slash pensions by as much as 15%. Protesters gathered outside Parliament buildings well into Sunday night to voice their anger at the latest attempts to save money. Venice is experiencing some of its worst flooding on record. The city is submerged in 1.5 meters of water. Venice, of course, used to high tides, but this time they were topped up by heavy rain. Some residents and tourists say they're angry at forecasters for not warning them about rising sea levels. The Ivory Coast is lobbying for the lifting of the United Nations ban on its diamond exports. It says the precious stones, once a source of the so-called blood diamonds, are no longer a threat to the country's stability since the civil war is now over. They say the only way to stop the exploitation is by legalizing the trade. Just some of the stories we're looking at here on Al Jazeera. Plenty more for you online at aljazeera.com.